Alright, this is Andrew Jolly with Toyota Home Inspections. We're here today at 369 Lakeview in Tooele. It is April 29th, 2020. We've got the camera pushed out to the city line. We're 91 feet out. This first connection is called the nose on. This is where it goes from your lateral line into the main line, and that looks good. We're gonna pull it back down, record it, and see what we find. So right off the bat, there's some standing water. Looks like it's holding about halfway up my camera head. So about an inch or so is what I would guess. When you have standing water, that means you have improper grade. I mean, it's not draining on its own. I was running water as I pushed it out, but it shouldn't still be holding water. And as I kind of stop and we just watch it, it doesn't look like it's necessarily going down. And so it looks like you do have a flat spot or a belly. Definitely far from the worst that I've seen as far as how bad it is. A little bit of standing water is not bad, but when it starts to cover up my camera head, that's much less ideal. This is looking good. Oop. So these are roots. This is something you definitely want to have cleaned out. You can see how it's covering up most of the line. This one's kind of making a drape to where solids are able to pass through right now. You can kind of see the hole that I punched through with my camera head. But what can happen is that those roots are just going to get bigger, and then solids can get caught on them. And once that happens, it can lead to a backup. So it's not something you want to ignore. It's also something that you want to maintain over time, because that is something that they will grow back even after you have them cut out. Same thing right there. That one's a lot worse. I mean, these ones are kind of loose like a drape, and so it seems like my camera's passing through them without too much trouble, but this one really, I mean, it wouldn't take much to cover that line up and then have it start backing up towards the house. Something's covering up my line. I'm gonna go flush the toilet or run some water and see if I can clean my camera head off a little bit. There we go. Looks like cast iron right here. Cast iron is original pipe. What'll happen is it'll get really rusty and it can get rough and catch on debris, which can lead to a backup. It also gets very thin as the years go on, and so eventually it'll need to be replaced. I have running water going now, and so that's why we were seeing the water running across the camera head. Luckily I was able to see that area a little better as I pushed the camera head out. So I accessed this today through the roof stack right there on the screen. So just to recap, you do have a flat spot or a belly. That's an area that was holding water and it wasn't draining very well on its own. Really the only way to fix a belly is to dig it up, which is kind of a pain, but luckily this one wasn't too horrible. As far as how much water it was only holding about an inch or so of water. The other issue you have here is that you have some roots in the line. That's something that you don't want to ignore. That's something that you want to have cleaned out sooner than later, and that'll prevent anything from getting caught and causing a backup. So I'm going to end this recording now.